Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Pisces. If Pisces is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so Pisces, our card today is the Knight of Discs, which is it's not a bad card to get, especially if you are focused on your material world, right? Your waking life, your job, the house, resources, hobbies, passions, things that you can put your hands on, This card is the card that we want to see. So let's go ahead. We're going to see what the tea leaves have to add. And so if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. Also, if you want to like or leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. Okay, so we have an M. That's the first thing I'm seeing down here. The letter M. And we have these two stars. I love this one up here. Look at it. It kind of looks like a person with a head right here looking off this way. But it also looks like a star, you can see. Okay, we also have a star right here. So 1, 2 stars. I love this because it tells me that you have big dreams. You have big goals. You also have somebody in your life who is working towards those goals with you. Now, this could be a spouse, a significant other, a partner. It could be romantic or platonic. It could be that this is like your child, maybe you have an adult child, you have gone into business together, it could be a parent, it could be family, whoever, right? But you're very close and you share the same vision or at least the same goal. Right? You have the same goal. You might at times have different ideas about how to get there, but I see you working side by side. And it does feel like a most blessed partnership. It really does. Not often do I see in my readings somebody with a relationship where they can fully rely on this other person. Like you both read each other's minds. If you forgot something, no worries. They brought an extra, right? If you don't know how to do something, they know how to do it, and vice versa. And so I feel that this is a really important relationship and it wants to be recognized. That's why it's here. Now, it might be with somebody who has an M name. Maybe you have an M name. Maybe this is something else. I don't know. But the M is prominent. Now, let's see. Okay, so we have a puppy who is in love. Where did my stick go? Right here. Oh, we have 2 puppies in love. Oh my goodness, look. Okay, so here's the head. Okay, here's the body and the little legs. Right above, a heart. Okay, now over here we have a puppy with a heart right above its head. So the dog, the puppy, to me, almost always indicates loyalty. Right? Somebody that is your best friend. This is like your ride or die. This is, somebody that you would do anything for. And they would do anything for you. And there's love. Oh my gosh. Is there love? Yes, there's love. And it is mutual. Right? This isn't like an unrequited love. This is not an unrealized love. This is not like I love you so much. And they're like, yeah, I love you, I guess, you know? No, this is like passionately engaged with one another, okay? Again, could be romantic. I feel like it might be, right? I get the feeling that this is maybe a romantic thing. But it could be family. It could be friendship. Hopefully it's all of these things, right? So, let's see. What else? What else is going on? No, I was... Okay, so the power just went out while I was looking to see what is next. And yeah, so we're back. We're all good. Everything's cool. Now you might hear there's a lot of sound outside, tractors and things, part of living out in the country. So I want to go right in here. We have a person wearing a hat. You can see the head with the hat. You can see the body, maybe wearing a dress or maybe like a long coat. We also have what looks like an oil lamp. Okay, so this is that same star, but now when it's kind of in this direction, it does. It looks like an oil lamp. So if you can think of either like the empty light in the car, right? Check your oil. Or the genie. You rub the lamp and the genie comes out and he says, hey, what do you want? What are your 3 wishes? So when I get this symbol, I know that it is a beautiful time for you to be manifesting those dreams, those big dreams that you have. Okay? So between the Knight of Discs, the stars, right, and the companionship, the partnership, the union that you have with this other person, and you both are working towards a common goal, right? And now we have, yeah, all of your wishes coming true. So this must be that time in your life where, yeah, you make some moves. You've been thinking about it for, you know, the last 6 months, the last 5 years. Hey, it maybe even is like 30 years I've been thinking, I want to, you know, start a little like quilting business, or, you know, I want to start tutoring, or I want to, you know, buy a car wash and have a car wash, or, you know, whatever it is. I'm trying to think of random things. Yeah, this is the time. This is the time where the universe is going to show you a way. And I feel like you are going to take it. You're going to take this blessing and you're going to do everything you can to make it work, to grow it, to have some kind of legacy, right? And so, Pisces, I'm very excited for you. And I want to go over here. I want to see about this person in the hat, which, by the way, my daughter, speaking of people in hats, my daughter is really into the Curious George books right now. And I never realized that they don't name the dude that Curious George lives with. He's just called the Man in the Yellow Hat, which for some reason I find quite ominous. I don't, like, is he a spy? What is his name? I haven't looked it up. Maybe it's on the internet. Maybe that'll tell me. But that one, it gets me every time. I'm like, the Man in the Yellow Hat. What is your name? Tell me right now. All right, so let's find out about this person in a hat. Okay, I want to see. We're going to use it's the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, and I'm going to pick 3 cards. I'm going to stop where it feels right. Oops, that one just fell out. Practicality, Secrets. Okay. Inspiration. Okay, very unclear. Let's do 2 more for clarity. Clarity on the clarifying cards. Loss. Riches. All right. So, I feel like we have a person here who, maybe it is they left you money. I mean, that's this last part we have. Let's put this over here. We have loss, as you can see, the raven, like my namesake, Lenor. Loss and riches. So yeah, maybe some money left to you. But this person, I feel like there's a lot of secrecy around them. And I wonder if this is a family member maybe that almost feels like they were maybe alienated, or they kind of were exiled, or maybe they just never fit into the family dynamic, really. And they kind of went off and had their own life and really didn't come back home, right? So maybe you met them once or twice, or you saw them on the holidays or whatever, but you never really knew them that well. They were almost kind of a mythological being to you. And I feel like with this money or whatever it is, there's a richness here. It could be money. It could be spiritual. It could be, look, we have the star right there again. An energy kind of flowing down into your life that, it helps kind of move you towards your goals. Those goals that you are striving to achieve. Okay. But I think that, there's the inspiration. Absolutely. Practicality. I feel like this is something that maybe you struggle with. I think you're really good probably at the ideas about doing the dang thing. For instance, maybe there's this, you have a goal. You want to start a tea place, right? You want to, not coffee, no coffee at this tea place, just tea. And you want to have the best teas. You want to have a wonderful environment. You're really good at making tea. You're really good at kind of pairing tea with delicious little desserts and stuff. All of this, you have the vision, you have the ability, you have the inspiration, but when it comes down to the practical things, right? Getting all the tools, finding a place, getting it inspected and jumping through all these hoops and paying all the little things that you got to do and ordering the tea and, all of that. Maybe not your strongest suit, right? But I feel like you have that partner. You have this person who also has a passion for whatever it is that you both are working towards. And I think that is helpful. And I think that's why you balance each other. Now, what does this have to do with this person who, I don't know. I feel like it is family. And I feel like they did leave you something. It could have been like their old record collection, or like a jar full of marbles or something. I don't know. But there's some connection between this person that you relate deeply with, that you are working together with, maybe a spouse, maybe a friend, a partnership of some kind. There's a connection between them and this other person. And I don't know what it is. Maybe they have a similar name. Maybe they just have some, like it's a similar essence to them, but it is something. And it will present itself. I don't know why this is important, but it does feel like it is important. That you will find some reason that these two people, I don't know. It's like they, I was going to say, it's like they speak the same language, right? The way that they speak, maybe it's their ability to dwell within a realm that you kind of don't necessarily pay attention to. And that is like the practical things, the mundane things. But all in all, yeah, I think that this is a wonderful time for you. And you're working so hard, maybe harder than you've ever worked. And maybe, likely, if you're starting a business, especially, or a side hustle or something, you're probably working like your 9-to-5 day job on top of, right, also doing this business. So I see that this is a period of your life that's going to end up being packed. I mean, just from the time you wake up till the time you go to bed, right? You just have so many things going on. So it is important to, right, make sure that you are getting the rest you need, getting that sleep, not just like going and passing out, but having a sleep routine, making sure that you are getting enough sleep so that you can get into that restorative part of your sleep cycle. But also intentional movement, making sure that you're going outside once in a while, maybe going for a walk or whatever. And also making sure that you're eating well, whatever that looks like for you, right? It's not going to be the same for each of us, but you know what makes you feel icky and you know what makes you feel pretty dang good. So, honoring self in that way by giving it the fuel that it needs, very important, along with these other things. So while you're very busy in your life, here's some more things to worry about. No, but they are. We cannot go for very long if we are not taking care of ourselves, right? So let's go ahead. We're going to take a look here. And we have 2 people and a dog. We also have a bird flying overhead. I wonder if you will be going to some kind of park. Not just like a park in the neighborhood, but like a nature reserve or, somewhere in the wilderness, right? Maybe camping. Maybe for like a day trip, maybe you're at one of those places where you can drive through and see the animals or whatever. But I feel like this is like a family, maybe you're going with a good friend, but it feels like a most necessary, it feels like a necessary thing. I not just because you need a break, which I'm sure that you do, but I feel like it is this almost this, what's the word? It's like a portal. There's like a portal. Like you're going to this place, you're drawn to this place. You go there with the intentions of what? Seeing trees or animals or water or all the things. And you're going to have some kind of occurrence, some kind of phenomenon, maybe some kind of encounter, or maybe it's kind of like a revelation. But I see you being drawn to this place. And when you get there, you'll know. You'll just know. It feels like you're supposed to be there. It feels like this is for you. And so I'm excited to find out what is it? What is the message? What are you going to experience? You know, what is this? What is this thing? Let's go ahead. We're going to do our Cincy Child affirmation cards. And I'm just going to flip through and stop where it feels right. It says, I am in control of my thoughts. I am in control of my thoughts. That one's hard for me. I'm working very, very diligently at this. My goodness. I have had to... I don't always want to blame celestial events or things that are going on, you know, because it's like a special holiday or a feast or whatever. But my goodness, that 9-9 gateway, that was very intense for me. The few days leading up to it, I really had to be intentional about my thoughts. I just got into such a stinky place in my mind. It really, you know, trying to find connections where maybe there are, maybe they're not. I don't know. But it really led me down this very not troubled, but emotional, difficult place. I mean, difficult in that I just felt like something was purging itself from me, and I was not in charge of it. It was like just had to come out, right? And these are things that sometimes happen when we don't work on whatever the blockage is, right? And it continues to present itself, and you just think, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, and then it's gonna find a way. It's, for me anyways, it is like a volcano. It just, you know. So yeah, I'm working on not only controlling my thoughts, but making sure that I fill that space with something else, like, you know, a affirmation, a mantra, some kind of gratitude, you know, positive reinforcement, whatever, you know. So yeah, I like these cards so much, but sometimes I'm like, okay, is this for them or is it for me? All right, Pisces, I thank you so much for taking this little journey with me. I feel all discombobbled with the power. It's like sunny outside. I don't know what happened with the power, but it went off, it came back, it's all good. So anyways, yes, I love you and I thank you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, subscribe if you have not already, and or leave a comment. I read them all. They mean the world to me, definitely. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, definitely shout it out. All right, Pisces, I love you. I love you. I love you. Take care of yourself. We're going to talk in a few days. Good night.